Alright guys, just to give you an idea of how dirty the car is, this is it. This is a 5-hour long drive and the car is like super dirty. As you can see, the headlights are covered with just salt. Then this black, well, this was once black, now it's like powdered with road salt all over. And I don't know what this is, but it might be like bird poop or something. Look at the wheels. It used to be black, now it's all gray. And of course we have the side of the vehicle. This used to be white, now it's brown. And of course we have our little side skirt right there. Used to be a piano black. The whole entire back is just covered with salt. What's going on, guys? This is Time FK7 and today we're going to be washing the 2021 Honda Civic Sport Hatch. Let's go. As you can see, she's really dirty. That's because we went on a 5-hour long trip to Pittsburgh, and today we're going to be washing the car and make her all clean. Alright guys, so here are the items that we are going to be using. First and foremost, never ever use a sponge on your car, especially on a brand new car, so you can go ahead and throw that thing away. If you use that on your car, that will pick up all the dirt and rocks, so it's not going to be good for your car's paint, so I do not recommend using a sponge. So this is the materials that I have with me today. Obviously we have our washcloth right here, we have our wheel cleaners, we have our brush right here for your wheels, and of course we have the 2 buckets, one for just rinsing out your washcloth and one for the soap. Okay, we have our wheel and tire cleaner from Armor All. None of this is sponsored, by the way. And what I use most is Meguiar's. Meguiar's is my go-to detailing brand. And then we have, of course, our microfiber cloths. Meguiar's quick detailer for just a little touch-ups at the end of the car wash. Then we have our wax and our little detailing for our clay bar, because I will be claying this car because, you know, it's been sitting here for months without being washed because it is the winter season. The first step is to rinse off the car as much as possible to take off all the dirt and all of the salt that is trapped within the metal. And then after salting, you're going to be taking this snow foam application and then you're going to be spraying it onto the vehicle to create like this really thick foam that'll cover the whole car. And then after that, since the car is really dirty, I'm going to then wash it off again with water. I'm going to rinse it off to take off most of the dirt. And then after that, dump my microfiber cloth inside my wash bucket and I'm going to start wiping the car. Alright, so the very first step, like I said earlier, is to rinse off the car so that we can take off any type of dirt or any type of contaminants. So we're going to go ahead and rinse off the whole entire car, starting with the back. So if you're new to the channel, be sure to hit that subscribe button, hit that bell icon so that you can get notified every time I post videos about this car. And since winter is about to come to its end here in Pennsylvania, I thought I'd share with you how exactly do I clean my car to get rid of all this wintry stuff that this vehicle has acquired over the past few months during the winter season. Now, I'm not by any means a professional detailer, but at least with this video, I'll show you how to get rid of most of the salt and most of all that dirt and debris that your car has been acquiring over the last couple of months during the harsh winter season. show you guys the difference of how just rinsing this car off made a huge difference compared to before. I got half of the car rinsed off with just water, with just the pressure washer, and this is the car before the pressure washer. So there is a huge difference. Like, this is like a matte brownish kind of grayish color. Alright, so now that we put snow foam onto the car, we can now rinse it. You actually don't have to do this step, but I do it anyway, just so that the dirt can loosen, and so that when I wipe it off, I don't have to really scrub that hard. That way, I can minimize scratching the paint of the car. So the car is actually looking good as new. So next step is we're gonna get our soap bucket and start wiping the car off. So when buying a new towel, you're gonna want to make sure that there's no plastic on it, like this one. When I took off the tag, this little plastic piece remained. So you're just gonna take that off, and you're gonna inspect it 3 times just to make sure that there's nothing on the washcloth. And once you think that there's nothing left, you're gonna go like this. So this is what I was talking about. 1 bucket is for the soap, 1 bucket is for the water. So right now I have my wash mitt or my washcloth in the soap bucket, and every time I would wipe the car, after I wipe the car, I would dump it in here just to rinse off the mitt, just in case if there's any rocks or any kind of impurities embedded within these fabric. So what I like to do first is I start off from the top, and then I stop like midway here. About right here is where I stop, because down here, that's where most of the dirt is located. And then once I get the top done, then I'd work on the bottom. I don't know if you guys can see that line, but this is where I use my wash mitt to wash the car, and as you can see, there is a huge difference between the 2 colors. This one's more of a tan color, while this one is a white color. So after I'm done soaping the top half of the car, I would then rinse it just to prevent the soap from drying up. So now we can work on the bottom half of the car. Take our drying towel, and we're just gonna go across one way, which I'll show you. Alright guys, so this is somewhat the almost final result. The only thing left to do really is maybe go by a second time with a dry microfiber towel, just to make sure that we won't have any water spots. So basically tomorrow I'll be picking this up by cleaning up the wheels, and I'm also gonna have to wax the car as well. But other than that, it is pretty much done. But I will be continuing this in the morning because it is really dark out right now. I'm going too fast, just tell me to slow down. Look at that. See how it's changing color? So that means it's getting rid of all that dirty stuff on your tire. And that's normal for it to change color like that. So go ahead and keep spraying, even inside the wheel well. look at the difference. So that's a brown tire right there, and this right here is a black tire. So let's put some tire shine on this so that it can be evened out. We're not just done yet. So as you can see, I have all of this stuff, all this tar, and then what looks to be rust for some reason. So I'm gonna go ahead and use a clay bar to get rid of all this stuff off the car. Of course, I'm gonna be using Meguiar's clay bar along with the included quick detailing spray that they have. Okay. Once you spray it on your paint, you're going to want to spray on your clay bar as well. So once you spray the lubricant on the clay bar, you're going to go ahead and wipe this. Try to just keep on wiping until the paint feels nice and smooth. Now you don't have to put much pressure on it, and as you can see, some of the tar is starting to come off, which is a good sign. So I did my absolute best to try to clean this as much as possible, and then you're gonna grab your microfiber cloth and you're just gonna wipe away like that. And as you can see, there is a big difference now, because we had earlier there's a bunch of stuff on this, but now it's all nice and clean. You see right there how there's like orange stuff? So spray it down with lubricant along with the clay bar, and then you're just gonna wipe away. And I'm not even applying that much pressure to it. And now, as you can see, it is now gone. So now that the stains are gone, you can go ahead and wipe it with the microfiber cloth, and it is nice and clean, just like that. So compare this part to this part right here, where there's like all this rust, and we've already cleaned the car with soap, and we wiped it off with a towel earlier, but this is now remaining. And then if you look at your clay bar, you see how it's a little bit dirty, so you're just gonna squish it in just like that, and then you're gonna expose the clean side. You don't want to be using the dirty side on your paint, otherwise you're going to risk scratching your paint. So once you flatten it out just like that with the clean side exposed, you can now use this on other parts of your car. So we're going to do the whole car. We're going to find all the little spots that we can find, and then we're just going to clay bar it, and there you go. Alright guys, so we are done with the car. We cleaned it, we washed it, we waxed it, we even clay barred it, and then we even cleaned the wheels, put some wheel cleaner on it as well. And this is the most satisfying feeling ever. Like when you run your fingers or when you run your hand through the paint of your car, and it's like super smooth like silk, and it smells like wax. That's like the most satisfying thing ever. So 5 hours of labor of just cleaning this car, and we're pretty much done, and this is the result. This is very well worth it, because as you can see, this car is shining like brand new. Super shiny, and the blacks are like super black. Look at that. Get you a close-up of this. Just look at that. Look how shiny that is.